Oh, don't forget the like. That might help out a little bit. Anyways, hey y'all, this is TCA Gaming, and we're going to open up some Wizards of the Coast packs. And, well, a few Wizards of the Coast, a few Japanese, and I'm going to show you guys one thing that I bought. Boom. There it is. The 1996 Card-Ass Vending Charizard PSA 10. There is a red version. I'm not sure if PSA designates the difference. However, when I get a red one, if they don't, I'll make sure that at least they get information on it. Can never guarantee that they'll do something, but I imagine they would, because I mean, it's a completely different color. This is a very cool card to get. I was hoping to win it in auction. Most of the ones I was seeing online were like 20, 30,000 asking, something like that. And I think I won it in auction for like 4,000 or 5,000, something like closer to that range, which I was fine with. It seemed like a much more realistic price. It's a tough one to get graded. I mean, you could have got these for way less, you know, years ago. But, you know, now everybody's going for all of the earliest Charizards that they can find. And, you know, this one is possibly one of the very first ones. You know, you've got the Top Sun stuff that most likely come out in '97. And then you have Japanese base, which I think it says 96 on it, but I think it may have been early 97. I'm not really sure on that, so I could be wrong. And then I've heard that this one actually was 96, but I don't know. I mean, it's not like I was around, and it's not like I can read those Japanese flyers. So anytime I see something, it's like I'm relying on whoever translated it to actually be giving me the information. Either way, you know, really old stuff. You can actually see, you know, where this one says it's got the 95 at the top there, and it has 96 at the bottom. So I think what PSA normally does is just go with, you know, the earliest date or the latest date that they can find on something if they don't know. Really, it doesn't matter. I mean, if you look at it, I mean, it's still a really rare, very popular card. I love that artwork. And this is the one that I actually had on the back of the Charizard Authority t-shirts when I had that when I had the shop. And it was similar to this. It was like a pose kind of like this. And of course, Nintendo didn't like that, so TCA Gaming, that's me now. Alright, so let's get into some of the pack openings. First we have Ryan K. He bought these after the recent price drop to $5.75 per pack. And he bought 2 Team Rocket First Edition Unweighed booster packs. Also, for those of you who didn't see it in the community tab, we do have a membership update. Prices are being updated, they're being lowered. Quite a few of them, you know, were out of date, a little bit high. We're a lot high in case of some of them. And then instead of doing 5%, 10%, 15% for people who are buying these packs and have a YouTube membership, if you have the YouTube membership, that's the amount you can get off per pack or art set, depending on how they're being sold, which makes it a lot more competitive. The discount's smaller, but the base price can now be a lot more competitive. And usually if you just buy one pack, you know, and you're a YouTube member, it'll cover a full month of membership. Alright, so here we go. We have Rattata, Coughing, Meowth, Goop Gas Attack, Zubat, Dark Machoke, The Boss's Way, Dark Kadabra, Eevee, nice, Grimer, and nice, you pulled a holo. You got the Here Comes Team Rocket. So this was the very first appearance of this card on the English side. It did have a printing on the Japanese side where it was actually like a white star rare or something like that, I believe. And then we saw a similar reprint to it in Team Rocket Returns. And then we saw a very close reprint in Evolutions. It's a pretty cool card. Back in the day, this isn't the one that you wanted to pull because you always wanted the Charizard or the Blastoise, but it is, you gotta admit, it's pretty cool. It's got the R in the background, it's got a Meowth that has both Jesse and James, and at least a good likeness of them, not one of those types of printings where it's just like, that's definitely not the same character we grew up with. I don't know if you guys have seen that, like with Ash on some of the newer stuff. To me, he looks nothing like he used to. I'm trying to get this open without tearing the top. Starting to rip the other way. Let me start it from the bottom. There we go. That's a little better. Didn't want to mess up your pack, and just in case you wanted to keep it for display, got a little tear at the top of it. Sometimes that does happen. Got the Magnemite, Dratini, Drowsy, Magikarp, Dark Rapidash. Dark Dragonair, always nice to see that one. Ponyta, Rattata, Coughing, Meowth, and Dark Dugtrio. So you went 1 for 2 on your hollows, not too bad. Put this in there. I like the Dark Dragonair. This one looks pretty cool. It's actually got, you can, some of these you can't really tell are hollow, but with this one you can see it pretty well. I wonder if you can get one of these with a swirl. Corners look pretty good too. Anyways, congrats Ryan on your 1 hollow that you pulled there. Not my favorite holographic, but at least you got one. And usually Here Comes Team Rocket's a little bit easier to grade. Put these in there. For all of you who have been added to the email list, thanks for reaching out. I will try to update you as much as I can when there are price drops. These were all packs that dropped recently. These actually saw a significant drop. They were $3.95, I think, and they dropped to $2.95, and then you can still get your $5, $10, and $25 discounts. So if you're a Charizard level, for instance, you can get these for $270 a piece, which is, you know, I think it's a lot more fair, you know, for people who aren't members, but you still get your money's worth, you know, in full if you are a member. And then this one right here, this one just needed a price update. It was kind of out of date. The Neo Revelation Unweighed, I think you updated to $11.45, so it was around $1,500 or something like that. But this is Matthew. This is the same guy who bought those Neo Destiny packs. I got him a little sticker this time, and all 5 of those Neo Destiny packs that were open, none of them had a hollow. Like, let's go with these. Let's do the Team Rocket packs first. These should all have a hollow. Should be the very top card. Yep. It's facing the front, so we'll open it from the back. I hate the little plastic gooey stuff. Makes it so much harder to keep the pack intact. I believe it's the very front card. There we go. Oh, for those of you who've been watching the auctions, we've been having a lot of those lately. Or I say we, but what I really mean is myself, because I'm the only one who runs the business. I've just been letting them go for whatever they're going for, and I think a lot of you have enjoyed it. It's been fun. Seeing some of the stuff there. Actually, some of them are actually going higher in auction. I think it's because I went back and I repriced almost everything to be the lowest. That was not for consignment anyways, and some of it was still sitting, and then I sent it to auction, so then it's no longer the low, like that price is no longer the lowest. Nice, you got a Dark Flareon because mine's gone, and then they actually go for a little bit higher. Nice, look at that swirl on the Dark Vileplume. Man, very cool. Got the flowers in the background. It's very well centered. These have a decent shot at PSA 10. You know, it's not like the English WotC side where it's like, you know what, on a lucky day, you know, maybe they won't notice and you'll get that 10. With this stuff, you know, I think you got a decent shot, especially coming straight out of a pack. And not only that, but these are straight from a box. So it's not like these have been shuffled around, scratched up, and thrown around in someone's collection or in a card saver or something like that for years on end. I'm the first person touching the card, and hopefully the last until it gets to the end buyer. Look at that. You don't normally see print dots on Japanese cards. Pack number 2, starting off with an Ekans again. And Magikarp again, Dark War Turtle. The Charmander's different, but the first 3 were the same. That was kind of cool, kind of not. And Dark Rapidash, and then Sleep, and Dark Gloom. I wonder if we can get one of the Band Grimers. Oh, you got a Here Comes Team Rocket as well, and there you go. You can see it. It actually has that white star. It's a bit more expensive than like a Dark Vileplume on the Japanese side. I don't know if they are indeed harder to get, but they are quite a bit more expensive than the normal hollow usually, from what if I'm remembering correctly. Because the other one, the Rocket Sneak Attack, I think it's just like a regular rare. All right, pack number 3 for Mr. Matthew. Hopefully everything goes smoothly on this transaction. The last 3 transactions, something has went astray with well, technically 2 transactions because I didn't invoice them for those Neo Destiny. I was going to invoice them as soon as we pulled hollows from it, because I refunded them, and anytime you refund somebody through PayPal, you guys know that they keep the fees. So I was trying to avoid that, and I'm glad I did. Got the Squirtle, nice, Dark Jolteon, 2 good ones in that one, and the Eevee, Zubat, Dark Primeape, Potion Energy, or a Diglett and Dark Vaporeon. You did really good on that pack. Can we get a Dark Charizard? Maybe Dark Blastoise or Dark Dragonite. Got the Dark Gyarados. Still a pretty cool one. Dark Gyarados didn't see much love for years because of that pre-release and how common it was. But I think it's definitely growing on people. The artwork itself, it's not the best portrayal of Gyarados. Let's be honest. Compare that to like the Shining Gyarados. I mean, it's kind of tough to compete with that too, I guess, because I mean it is a Shining Gyarados. But still really cool just because it is Gyarados. I mean, it's one of the Pokemon you want to have, on your hip, in your Pokeball when you're going into Battle of the Elite Four. Alright, so last pack, you've got your Neo Revelation. This is unweighed. And we're going to hope that there is a Shining Gyarados in here. Here we go. Smoochum, Apom, Murkrow, Unknown Bee, Parasect, and Golbat. So there's the 3 uncommons. Got the Murkrow, Staryu, Chinchou, Shuckle, Quillfish. Next card is... oh man. Oh, you got the Ho-Oh. Oh, that is a pull right there. Wow. Could you be any more perfectly centered? Dang, look at that. That hollow full. It's not a hollow bleed. They're really tough to find. But man, it's beautiful. Man, look how clean those edges are. Oh, you got a little white dot. 2 little white dots right there. With everything being so clean, man. That is a great looking card. You went 4 for 4. Of course, I mean, you are guaranteed to get hollows from your Team Rocket packs, because all Team Rocket Japanese packs will have a hollow. But still, that is a pull right there on your Neo Revelation First Edition. Not the Shining, but probably about as good as you get other than that. Anyways, man, I hope you enjoyed your pulls, and I hope everyone watching enjoyed the video. We'll have another one coming out pretty soon. And if you want to be on that email list, just send me an email, or it's down there in the description, #1PokemonCollector@gmail.com. And if you want to see the price updates, just go to the site and hit the discount page. Thanks.